Irving police have new electronic eyes to use, body cameras.
Press in, turn clockwise, locks in place. The body cameras are there to, protect us and protect the citizens of Irving.
Get a look at some of the training officers are receiving and find out how the cameras will be put to work.
The statue itself is something that will be very meaningful to a lot of people.
It's the newest addition at Irving's Veterans Memorial Park. See the dedication ceremony and tributes to those who served.
We've been collecting money all month and giving money, so everybody's happy.
And you can see how happy they are. It's a fun way to raise money for the Special Olympics. Go along with police picking up pennies at local schools. Plus an Independence Day preview, a business celebrates expansion, and hear from female champion athletes taking on the sport of wrestling. This is City Source. Many Irving officers are now wearing body cameras. Hello and welcome to City Source. I'm Thomas Gandy. The cameras are becoming increasingly common with law enforcement agencies across the country. Before Irving officers receive them, they get training, and we were there to see it.
Intoxicated drivers, domestic disturbances, and theft.
Those are the most common calls police officer Philip Howard answers on his overnight shifts in Irving. And now he has a new tool on those calls. A body camera.
I think they're going to be a big help. They're great for gathering evidence. So go ahead and press your center button twice.
Inside the North Station, training for the next officers to get those body cameras is underway. Just as the name implies, a body camera is worn on the officer, generally just above the belly button.
I had in-car video for years, so this is kind of a natural progression. In-car video only shows the great scene. This will allow us to get up close and personal for every citizen contact.
Officer Tony Chillette recorded some of the class through his body camera to share what the HD video captured looks like.
It's a wide angle, don't worry, you'll get it.
There are two sides to every story. We have a victim side and a suspect side. So when we go into a scene, we're trying to determine what happened all the time. So when officers are coming into this, they can record the entire scene. They can go back and review it later.
When you're standing up next to a person, talking to them, interviewing them, you'll get a whole shot of them.
In this training, officers are learning all about the operation of the cameras and also department policy. For example, there are some times the cameras should not be recording, including when private medical information might be shared. The rules came after research.
We had a committee with officers, civilians, and command staff on it. They looked at a lot of different cameras, a lot of different policies for different cities to see how they are doing things. Hold your magnet mount so that this is horizontal.
About 200 Irving officers are getting the cameras. Police say in just the few weeks they've been in use, they are already making an impact.
We've already found a couple cases where on the back end of viewing these videos, we're finding more evidence that we're able to take from those videos and follow up with. From an investigative standpoint, we're able to ID more people that we may have come in contact with and overall just enhance our investigations. Hit the eye in the upper left-hand corner.
Though there is new equipment for officers to learn about, not everything is different.
We're not going to change the way we do business. We have a very professional department.
The body cameras are primarily there for the protection of the officers and for protection of the citizens of Irving. Everything that we do, nothing changes. It's just now we have another set of eyes and more documentation of everything we're doing.
Police say what's recorded on these cameras can become important evidence in court. And officers say they can pick up details they might initially miss in the hectic pace.
When you have a real high-speed situation when you don't necessarily pick up a lot of things in the periphery, and this really helps that because you can go back and review it and see a lot of things you might have missed before.
As Officer Philip Howard's shift ends, he's putting his camera on its charger to get it ready to roll again on his next shift patrolling Irving.
I hope it'll be a good tool. Good? Now, once it connects, go back to the app.
In addition to that first round of 200 cameras, grant money will go toward buying some for school resource officers, as well as those in the problem-solving, gang, and tactical units. This summer, girls have the chance to learn important skills from police. The department is hosting the summer edition of its Rape Aggression Defense class, or RAD for short. It is open to girls and young women ages 10 through 19. The students learn risk reduction, awareness, and as you see here, self-defense. It's July 18th through 21st at the Police and Fire Training Academy. The class is free, but registration is required. Find the forms by searching for RAD on the city website or email Officer Jill Smith at jsmith@cityofirving.org. There is a new addition at Irving's Veterans Memorial Park. We were there for the unveiling and learned the story behind it. This is the newest addition at Irving's Veterans Memorial Park. Get a closer look to get an idea of the emotional impact it's designed to convey. It's called A Mother's Tear.
It's to commemorate the very obvious, the sacrifices that mothers make, and indeed representative of the whole family when folks have to go to war.
This statue made its debut during Irving's annual Memorial Day observance hosted by the Veterans Memorial Park Committee. A traditional wreath-laying ceremony at the park's Wall of Commemoration drew attention to the true meaning of Memorial Day.
We take time to pause and remember the people that gave their lives to give us what we have today. The sacrifices made.
Earlier, inside the former Central Library, tributes came from the musical group The Silvertones and Irving City Councilman David Palmer spoke.
Gratitude ought to be an action verb.
To reflect on the inspiration he draws from veteran sacrifices.
If you want to live a good life, simply look around your community, find someone who needs help, and help them.
Back outside, veterans are talking about the newest statue.
It's well built and it's well positioned and it's a great thing.
The statue itself is something that will be very meaningful to a lot of people because we always honor those folks who go, but we sometimes don't remember those folks who stay.
A Mother's Tear was created by sculptor Paul Tadlock, who also made the other works in the park. The Veterans Memorial Park Committee hopes more people will discover what's here, not just on holidays, but year-round.
This is a representative of the best a community can be, to put together something beautiful, the public and the private together, to commemorate an important part of our history, to help us learn for our future, and to help us join hands and share those commonalities in a beautiful place in a beautiful way.
Yeah, really a nice place to visit. And Veterans Memorial Park is open every day. It's located right next to the former Central Library in South Irving. Planning for the city's next fiscal year is underway. Residents have a chance to provide input at a hearing on June 23rd at 7 p.m. at Irving City Hall. People can weigh in on property tax rates, water and sewer rates, as well as sanitation fees. The City Council is scheduled to adopt the budget on September 22nd. Now to a story pretty much guaranteed to make you smile. Irving police team up with local schools to raise money for Special Olympics. This year they raised more than $37,000, a lot of it in pennies. And check out the fun they had when it was time to collect those donations.
We're raising money for the Special Olympics. We do a ceremonial run up to the schools to collect the fundraising money.
Our teachers, our students, our whole faculty, parents, everything have gotten involved. We have raised so much money.
I think it's very good that the kids see the support from the community and from the police officers.
I'm very proud of our Horned Frogs, and I got to say this is a special treat for them.
It's really exciting, I think, for the students. It's their first time seeing the armor truck. We did a penny drive, so every morning the student council went around and collected all the coins.
They're saving money for the Special Olympics.
Giving back to the community is what we always try to instill in our students. As you can see them dancing in the streets, this is what it's all about.
We went around and asked kids if they could donate, and surprisingly a lot of people gave $5, $10.
I think it's awesome. I think it's great that the police department, all the city agencies are coming together to support something like this. It's good for our community.
We're just having a great time and the greatness of all these kids and all the time that they spent collecting that money.
I like police because they help us protect the world. I like them because they help protect the USA, and I like that because I live in it.
Oh, this is amazing. Our faculty and our students have been so excited.
The kids need this. They've been all working really hard, so this is a good kind of nice brain break for them.
We brought like change that we found. It feels good, like it's being nice to someone.
We always like to involve the community, especially the law enforcement, and the students can see them in a positive light.
Every morning we would have kids coming in, dropping out the pennies.
We've been collecting money all month and giving money, so everybody's happy.
They were excited that they were able to contribute to this cause.
This is awesome. This is great that the kids are so pumped about giving back and raising all this money for a great cause.
We partnered with these schools for the last 3 years, and it's just growing tremendously.
That was really nice of them to take time out of their day to come to our school and say hi to everyone.
It's great. See the looks on their faces. It's amazing.
You seem like the wildest one up there.
I've been told that before. It just comes natural.
My kids greatly appreciate it. I'm one of the life teachers. Life skills is for children that are below grade level. A lot of them have neurological disorders and disabilities. But when they just see everybody come around and participate with them, it makes them so happy.
This event pulls our whole school together. We start right after, it seems like after Christmas. We sold pickles, we've sold chips.
We even sold these shirts that came in pink, green, and blue.
We've done many, many things.
It's really amazing, actually, because it's going to a really good cause.
It's a chance for the kids to give back.
It's supporting students, and that's what we're here for.
So much fun there. And in recognition of Townley collecting the most money, the students there got an ice cream party. That story is posted at youtube.com/thecityofirving. Grab the link and share it with your friends. We also have more for you to see at the end of the show. And make sure you catch the next edition of City Source, because we will have coverage from the statewide Special Olympics. We caught up with some of the local teams participating. Wrestling mats covered the floor at the Irving Convention Center. It was all for an event that brought out athletes who had been training for this for a long time. City Source reporter Amshi Stephenson covered the Women's Body Bar National Championships.
They're taking on opponents as they take on stereotypes.
There's a lot of people on the boys' side, like I hear people say there shouldn't be girls wrestling, but we're tougher than them half the time.
This is the Women's Body Bar National Championship. It's back at the Irving Convention Center for the 3rd year.
For this tournament, we have cadet women wrestling today. Junior women will be wrestling tomorrow morning. We also have schoolgirl and Division 1 and 2 athletes.
These female athletes all started down similar paths.
I started during my freshman year in high school.
I started wrestling when I was 7 years old.
This is like my 8th year of wrestling.
I started after these two, actually. They kind of got me into it. I just started 5 years ago.
They come to this championship from all parts of the country.
Well, my daughters started when they're about 4 years old and continued wrestling through high school in South Carolina.
I have 4 children, 3 of which are daughters, and they all wrestle. So all 3 of the girls got to come here and wrestle today.
The sport of wrestling has been around for decades, but women are a relatively new addition.
10 years ago it was not around, and now it is, and it's just growing more. I heard a stat that it's the fastest growing sport in America. That's pretty cool to hear.
But these young ladies have been working just as hard to prove they deserve to stay.
Our coach has us do a lot of tough practices, and then we lift every other day, so that helps.
I think it's awesome. I wasn't aware that girls could wrestle at such a young age, and now that I know, it's just amazing to see everyone competing, and they're very hard workers.
And hard work isn't the only character trait being learned on the mats.
It's pretty much taught me that you can do stuff on your own and you don't always need other people.
Trust.
Respect. A lot of respect.
Yeah.
A lot of respect.
Teamwork, leadership, it's a great building block for life.
A lot of that was instilled on the mats because
you have to rely on yourself to get the job done.
Over 500 female wrestlers are competing for a spot in the World Championships. If they qualify this weekend here at the Women's Volleyball Wrestling, they will represent Team USA in Tbilisi, Georgia.
I hope to qualify so I can go to Georgia and wrestle the tournament there.
With Georgia on the mind, the wrestlers are focused and ready for their next match.
I usually just pace with my headphones on, listening to music, and then jump up and down.
Some of these athletes say the sport is helping them reach their higher education goals.
Wrestling for Lindenwood Belleville in Illinois.
My kids have grown up and through wrestling have had the opportunity to go to college on wrestling scholarships.
I really want to see myself in college and then hopefully wrestling even after that.
The Women's Body Bar Tournament is growing every year.
3 years ago, the last year it was in Florida, they had 197 girls wrestling. The first year it was in Texas, we had 234. This year, we should have over 500 girls wrestling.
Absolutely adore it. Best sport in the world.
Amshi Stephenson for City Source.
Irving will be celebrating Independence Day with several events. A parade will wind through the streets of downtown Irving beginning at 9 a.m. on Monday, July 4th. That is followed by a reception at Heritage Park with music and free watermelon. Then at 6 in the evening, people can head to the Las Colinas Urban Center for a zip line and other fun attractions along Lake Carolyn. And at nightfall, it's a fireworks show with musical performances from American Aquarium and the Irving Symphony Orchestra. The orchestra performance will be simulcast on KRLD 1080 AM. All of that is on Monday, July 4th. A favorite spot of the summer season is open. As you see in this video from our archives, the Fritz Park Petting Farm gives people a chance to see some farm animals in the city. The free attraction is open from 10 until 6 Tuesday through Saturday and 2 until 6 on Sunday. A birthday party room is also available for rental. Group tours and pony parties are other options. The petting farm is located at 312 Vilbig Street. There is one more chance to catch the Irving Concert Series, which features tribute bands. June 17th at 7 p.m., it's Guns 4 Roses, which will be playing the hits of Guns N' Roses. Here's a quick sample of a recent show. That was Finn City with a tribute to Jimmy Buffett. You can see that show had to be moved indoors because of rain, but the Guns 4 Roses show is set for the usual location, Whistle Stop Plaza in downtown Irving. Food trucks will be out. People are encouraged to bring blankets or lawn chairs. If it rains, you see here that the music goes on. It just moves to the nearby Heritage Senior Center. There is still time to register for a citywide scavenger hunt. It's called Explore Irving. The goal is to raise money for and awareness of nonprofit agencies in the city. Organizers promise a lot of fun and surprises. Explore Irving is Saturday, June 18th, starting at 2 p.m. at the Irving Arts Center. Find the link to register at facebook.com/exploreirving. Our YouTube channel has our preview of Explore Irving. Find it at youtube.com/thecityofirving. In business news, an Irving company is celebrating the relocation and expansion of its headquarters. This is a look at the ribbon cutting for the Alliance family of businesses.
We are celebrating the grand opening of our beautiful new office here in Las Colinas.
Really excited about opening the new office space. But in a lot of ways, it's so much more than just opening a physical space.
Alliance is a provider of neurodiagnostics and sleep diagnostics all over the United States. We do home sleep testing basically everywhere, and we do neurodiagnostics in roughly 35 states.
If you guys look at our growth, we've scaled our business from when I started in October of 2013 from a footprint in 2 states to about 35 states now.
Congratulations.
It works out perfectly, being centrally located. With that rapid growth and an expansion on a national scale, it allows for our employees that are not local to commute into Irving.
I'm just optimistic because we continue to grow at this pace and we continue to expand our product line. We're getting into hardware as well as software, so we won't be only a service provider in the future.
And that business is located at 4545 Fuller Drive in Las Colinas. The biggest animal adoption event of the year is returning to the Animal Care Campus. It's called Clear the Shelters. The idea originated in Irving and has really taken off in recent years. On that day, Animal Services and the DFW Humane Society waive adoption fees. Last year, nearly 200 dogs, cats, and even a pig left the Irving Animal Care Campus during Clear the Shelters. Across the country, boosted by a partnership with NBC, the total approached 19,000 animals adopted. Clear the Shelters is set for July 23rd, starting at 10 a.m. But of course, you do not have to wait until then to find an animal of your own. Intern JP has our Pets of the Week.
We're here at the Animal Care Campus with Michael Whiteside, Administration and Development Coordinator for the DFW Humane Society. Now, Michael, who's this little guy here?
This here is Daisy. She is about 4.5 years old, but you'd think she's still kind of a puppy. She's got a lot of energy. She was actually surrendered to the city of Irving because her owners were having some landlord issues and couldn't take care of her anymore. So they surrendered her to the city, and then we pulled her over to our side. Great with kids, great with other pets. She just really wants to get out and have a good time and run around.
I'm guessing kids would be a great fit for Daisy because she wants to jump out of your arms right now.
Exactly right. She has a ton of energy, and she's right now wanting to get on the floor and go for a run. So yeah, she would definitely be great with kids to help use up some of that extra energy.
All right, Michael, and who's this guy?
This handsome guy here is Jake. He's a 3-year-old terrier mix who we also rescued from the city. His owner was moving and was unable to take Jake with him. He is pretty much an awesome little dog.
He seems really nice and calm, very nice dog, a really loving dog.
He's got a lot of personality. I think he's pretty calm right now. We just recently got back from a visit with about 30 school children, and he had a blast rolling around, letting them pet on him and love on him. He has this great little thing where he'll stand up on his hind legs and flap his front legs like he's kind of dancing. So, I mean, he's got personality to go on for a long time.
I bet the kids love that, didn't they?
Oh my God, they had a blast, and he had a blast with them. He was really, really enjoying himself, and he did fantastic with the kids. So, I mean, he's going to make a great family pet for anybody.
All right, Michael, and who's this cool cat?
This here is Skittles. She is about 2 years old. She is a super sweet cat. She really enjoys playing with the other cats in the cat colony. And she's actually pretty calm when she's being held, but I know she loves to get snuggled and petted.
Now, what kind of a family would be best for Skittles?
She's actually pretty active, 2-year-old. She's still sort of kittenish, and she seems to like everybody, so she would do great really in a home with both other animals and kids.
June is a big month for cats. Can you tell us why?
June is Adopt a Shelter Cat Month. So all this month we're doing special adoption rates for cats. Cats like Skittles here, all cats 1 year and older, are going to be free to adopt all throughout the month of June. And any kittens less than a year old are going to be only $50 compared to our normal $85 adoption fee. And you still get everything that comes with the adoption fee, the microchip, vaccinations, spay-neuter surgery, as well as the microchip enrollment and 30 days of free health insurance.
All right, there you have it. If you want a free cat, come down to the Animal Care Campus this June. Back to you, Thomas.
All right, thanks so much, JP. The Animal Care Campus is located at 4140 Valley View Lane. It is open Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. Then on Saturday, the hours are 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Also, check out the websites you see on your screen. A statewide exercise is focusing on hurricane evacuation plans, and Irving has a big role. That story is on the next City Source. Also, as I mentioned earlier, we catch up with some of the Irving teams participating in the statewide Special Olympics. We hear from athletes and fans about what they get out of the big event. And look at some of the fun children are having this summer as part of the summer splash camps at Irving Recreation Centers. How to sign up next time on the show. Email us your thoughts on our stories. The address is ictn@cityofirving.org. We may read some of your messages here on the show, or you can always comment on our videos at youtube.com/thecityofirving. And how about subscribing to our channel while you're there? Now let's get our DJ to switch up the beat There you go. As we say, that's it for this edition of City Source, because these kids want to dance some more. It's all part of the Special Olympics Penny Run, and we leave you with more highlights from that. Thanks to everyone who was a part of this one, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.